Hey Trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Trackies, please remember to smash that like button and also subscribe to the channel. Trackies, come on. The senior championships trials are on and the big men are on the track. Yes, the 100 meters men are on the track. Now, Trackies, I'm not going to tell you no lie. This whole, heat situation with the men threw me all over the place. I was excited some more, down a little bit. No, well, not a little bit, done a lot, and then it is what it is, and I just had to be like, okay, it's the nature of the game. We just have to continue with our lives, kind of thing. So let's start with Heat One before I get into the bad news. Heat One. Taking this risk, Shane Thompson from MVP running 9.91 seconds. Track is this came out of left field, and I don't even know who Shane Thompson is. But Jack is he's certainly let me know who he is tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see this coming and he blew me away. I'm happy. I'm happy. 9.91 seconds track is we've been talking about the athletes that are bordering 10 seconds and on the verge of getting into that sub 10. He wasn't part of my list, obviously, but he came out and he's showing that listen, I'm here. And funny, something that I want to mention based on how I saw the events progress in these heats is that I had a thought process earlier saying that, Elite was going to come out with a bang. But apparently, Chucky's at MVP come out with the bang. It wasn't any other club. MVP came out and said, look here, I will name what we name. I will name that change. Chucky's look here. Kishane Thompson taking it 9.91 seconds. Behind him, Akeem Blake 10 seconds flat. Raheem Ford 10.01 and Jelani Walker 10.09. All these athletes qualified from this heat to go straight to the finals. Akeem Blake, I got the vibe that he was just doing enough to win, but then again Kishane Thompson decided to say, "I know that me I do. Me I run for broke 10 second run PB," and that is exactly what he did. And I was hearing that his PB before was I think 10.21 seconds. So check this is crazy. Absolutely phenomenal from this athlete here. Moving on to Heat 2, Oblique Seville. My God, this man shut down from 50 meters out. The man take the race running 10 seconds. Flat track is a skin off him teeth. No, I won't be mad at him this time around. Obviously, by the time we get to semis and finals, I don't want to see that kind of thing. But I appreciate what I'm seeing from Oblique Seville. I know there's much more in the tank when he's ready to deliver that run. So I'm excited for that. Ramon Barneswell was second, another MVP athlete, 10.13 seconds. Taekwondo Tracy was third, 10.22 seconds. Those are the only three athletes that qualified from this heat trackies. Moving on, trackies to the other race. That's heat 3. We had Kadrian Colson taking it. Golson, why am I always in Colson? Golson taking it, trackies from GC Foster. 10.94 seconds. Wow. He was one of the athletes that I said were on the cusp of breaking into 10 seconds trackies, and he came out and he delivered. Trackies, he actually got a good start. Now, I talked about him before, talking about the start thing he has to fix because he won't be able to run back on some of these athletes. And trackies, the start a fix. The start looked good. The start looked good. I appreciate it. And he just took that start and he just left everybody for dead in that field. Nobody saw that coming as well. So great run by Kadrian Colson. Then Rohan Watson, another MVP athlete, sub 10 trackies, 9.98. I want going for MVP. Somebody tell me I want going for MVP. Someone want to know the thing them and they not tell me Tell me what is going on around MVP. Taking sub 10 again, 9.98 seconds. Fabulous. Julian Fort, 10.10 seconds to qualify from this race. Now, Jackies, in this heat 3, let me come off my high and get to my low. At first there was a false start from Rashid Foster. No, that set the tone because it was a blatant false start. So because it was such a blatant false start, they gave him the red card trackies. But previously in the meet, if you guys have been watching, they were kind of giving the athletes a little leeway, just warning them kind of thing. When it wasn't too blatant, they were just talking to them saying, hey, giving them a yellow here or warning to say, don't do that again kind of thing. But because it was so blatant, he got a straight red card. Boom, fling him out of the race. Well, track is The next thing that happened was what nobody thought would happen. Johan Blake false started. Yeah, Johan false started, and it was just as blatant. Trackies, Johan pleaded. It was a while. This race took a while to go off. I'm not gonna lie, it may have affected, some of the athletes in the race. But still, yeah, he pleaded there. He pleaded, but they said they upheld that red card, and he was eventually asked to, leave the track. Trackies, Johan is currently on a high because he signed this contract, and a lot of people in my comment section is talking about. Don't forget the obligations, the obligations, the obligations. Clearly, there are obligations when you sign a contract, right? And obviously he would have loved to make the team because clearly his contract is probably riding on his performance at this World Games, providing he made the team. So him false starting in the heat is not something he wants for freshly signing a contract at all. Track is definitely not something good at all. But again, ah, boy, it's the nature of the game. Maybe if they hadn't first started the first dude, then maybe he would have stood a chance. But yeah, he was thrown out, and that's all she wrote as it relates to Johan. So he's gonna have to throw all his eggs in the 200-meter basket. I'm hoping that he's strong enough to, pull out a performance there where he can get the qualifying standard time and make it to the World Championships because that is most important. What we are not seeing from our athletes is especially over the 200 meters, is the qualifying standard. So we're not seeing that. So yeah, also qualifying out of this heat was Sandra Davidson running 10.19 seconds and O'Dane McPherson 10.21 seconds. On to the fourth heat. Nigel Ellis took it running 10.01 seconds. Michael Campbell, he's been having his comeback season. I'm excited for him. Based on what was happening in the previous heats, I was saying to myself with the MVP athlete, I wonder say if Michael not gonna run sub 10. Remember I said years ago that he was the next guy up. He was on the cusp of breaking into sub 10 before that, accident happened, killing his best friend, almost injured, killing him as well. But, he was able to fight his way back to being such a world class athlete now. So I'm expecting his times to get better as the heats progress. So let's see what happens with Michael Campbell. Boaji Nkrumah was able to get his time back down to 10.21. He suffered that injury I talked about, whether or not he'll be ready in time for trials. It was a good run from him. So he made it through to the next round again, 10.21 seconds. And Conroy Jones took the last qualifying spot, 10.22 seconds to make it to the next round. Also in this racetrack, it was Brian Lavelle. He finished last, and Adrian Kerr. They both ran 10.33 seconds. And the reason why I'm talking about them, obviously, is because they're juniors, and there's a lot of expectations put on their shoulders for matriculating into the senior ranks eventually. So yeah, that's what happened with the men trackies. A lot of excitement, a lot of sub tens, a lot of things for us to cheer about. And at the same time, Johan Blake, our elder statesman, false started, not something that we wanted to see. Sound off in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. What did you think about the events that transpired at our senior championships, or AKA trials? What were your thoughts? Like the video and subscribe. I'll catch you in your next one. Bye.